Okay, so we'll do our last check here. We got our fuel, fullest tank, fuel pump on, mixture's full rich, flaps are at 50. We'll get our landing light on. Leave our nav off for now. Glasses are ready to go. All right, we're departing runway 6 tonight out of wings. As we roll down the runway, we're looking for 60 to 65 knots when we start to rotate. Full rotation to 66. Climbing out at 85 knots until we're clear of obstacles, 200 feet clear of obstacles and 85 knots, and then we'll get the flaps up. Speed it up to about 105 knots. In terms of emergency procedures, if we lose the engine after takeoff, anything below 800 indicated, we're going to try to find a place clearing ahead and land. Anything above 800 feet, we'll immediately reach up and pull the caps handle until we get up to about 1300, at which point we could try to turn around and come back to runway 24. If we're not going to make runway 24 by 1,000 feet, we'll go ahead and pull the caps handle. Retire this airplane. Let's see here, just 1 second. So how do you want me to, I guess you can tell me once we get there.
We'll just do Pottstown direct. We'll start over by Pottstown.
Yep.
Wings traffic, White Skyhawk, 511 Echo Romeo departing to the southeast. Wings traffic, last call, 511 Echo Romeo.
All right.
Wings field, Cirrus 403 Bravo Juliet taxiing from the upper taxiway to runway 24 departure headed to Northeast Philly.
Wings area traffic, Cirrus 205 Echo Charlie, we'll be departing runway 6 with a left turnout, headed off to the west, wings. So we're going west and headed east on the runway. They're going east and they're going to head west.
Yep.
Alright, here we go. Everything's firewall forward.
Wings field, Cirrus 403 Bravo Juliet entering taxiway Bravo for a...
Good power, our gauges are in the yellow or in the green.
For a 6 departure.
Nice night.
Yeah. No kidding.
All right, we got 200, clear of obstacles, we'll get our flaps up.
Make sure we're above
We're
85. Yeah.
Got that right as I flipped the switch.
Yeah, it's all right.
I didn't want to reverse it. All right, Connor approach, Cirrus 205 Echo Charlie off of wings, 600 for 2000.
Cirrus 205 Echo Charlie, your radar contact 2 miles northeast of the Wingsfield Airport. Turn left heading 330, climb maintain 3000.
Left to 330, climb and maintain 3000, 5 Echo Charlie.
Sometimes one would think I was an air traffic controller. Many times one would think I was a terrible air traffic controller.
Hey, I'm not making any comments on the actual
quality of the controlling.
Quality of the controlling.
Yeah, well, it's not bad. It's good enough. It works. You know?
I will say sometimes you give me my clearances way too quickly. So if you could slow that down, that would be great.
I can do that.
I wonder if we're ever going to get to 1300 here.
You can do 1100 off this side. That's fine. Yeah, 1300 is departing in that direction. Very good. Taking our time.
330, we've captured the heading and the indicated airspeed. I want to get us going a little bit faster, 105. All right,
Beautiful.
Guess I can go ahead and put these guys on.
Yeah.
You're watching the autopilot fly the airplane.
Sometimes I find it easier just to sort of take the headset off and put the gloves on, then put the headset back over it. Might be more comfortable.
Now the problem is getting them just to sit just right so that they're not a little bit too low. Otherwise I gotta sit with my head cocked back.
Yeah, true.
Okay, we've captured 330, so autopilot is doing its job on the way to 3000. Hold
Cirrus 205 Echo Charlie, proceed direct to Reading Airport.
Direct to Reading Airport, 5 Echo Charlie.
Cherokee turn base, 30 Somerset.
Alright, put the autopilot in nav mode, it'll take us direct to Reading.
Braid and Cherokee 200 Foxtrot is entering 45 for the downwind, runway 18.
How do we get rid of the boxes in the
Cirrus,
sky again?
Sinviz,
Hey Pat, you still
pathway. Cirrus 205 Echo Charlie, amend routing instructions, fly direct Pottstown VOR.
But if you want, I can
Direct
just
Pottstown VOR, 5 Echo Charlie. Oops, want to do that.
No, Rick told me to put 650 in here. Braid and Cherokee 9 Foxtrot downwind. 20.
Cirrus 205 Echo Charlie, depart the Pottstown VOR heading 220.
Cherokee's final.
Depart the Pottstown VOR heading 220, 5 Echo Charlie.
And you can set that to 220 even though it's not the heading we're following because now you're using it for a purpose, right?
To remind us to get there.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're kind of in a climb. We'll do a climb checklist. Max was kind of talking to me about doing a flow, so we'll just do the flow. Fuel is good, fuel pump's still on, everything's full forward, flaps are up. I guess landing light can come off. And we'll follow that with the checklist. Climb power was set, flaps were up, mixture was good, engine parameters, fuel pump is on-off. Okay, we're 12.6 from Pottstown, and we're going to be making a left turn to 220 once we get there.
Cirrus 205 Echo Charlie, expect ILS, runway 36 approach to Reading.
Expect ILS 36 approach into Reading, 205 Echo Charlie. Alright, try to get ATIS here.
Use caution for regular safety flight is barricaded, located on the north ramp. Advise on initial contact, you have information X-ray.
X-ray.
Reading Regional Airport information X-ray 2250 Zulu, wind variable at 4, visibility 10, sky clear below 12,000, temperature 27, dew point 10, altimeter 3006, visual approach runway 31 in use, notice the airman. Use caution for regular surface flight is barricaded, located on the west ramp. Use caution for regular surface flight is barricaded, located on the north ramp. Advise on initial contact, you have information X-ray.
Alright, we've got ATIS. We're starting to come up on 3,000, and we're still holding our speed and our course. We're 10 miles from Pottstown, so let's go ahead and build our approach. We'll do the ILS 36, and, oops, sorry, ILS 36. We'll probably do, I'm going to guess you're going to give me Hummel.
Yeah, furthest out, right? Always load the furthest out.
Oh.
So something like that.
We'll load it, but not activate it. Okay.
So my suggestion is when it asks you if you want to fly the procedure turn, say yes. And then activate the leg. If you get vectors, activate the leg you're getting an intercept on.
Oh, okay.
Because in case you do end up having to do the procedure turn, it's already loaded. Unless there's just simply no way that you're going to be doing it, right?
Okay.
November 215 Lima Papa Reading approach, altimeter 3006, and say again your type aircraft.
Skyhawk, Cessna 172, November 215 Lima Papa.
Roger, thank you.
Alright, I'll take care of that. Fuel pump is off, cruise power set. Mixture, I leaned it just a tad bit. Everything else looks good. So I can just reload that, right?
Yep.
ILS 36, we're going to go to Hummel. Yes, we do want to fly that. So that was one thing I wanted to actually ask you about. I noticed this when I was looking at this last night. When you fly the RNAV, it says no procedure turn coming in from Pottstown. But when you're flying the ILS, it doesn't say no procedure turn. So why would you not do a procedure turn on an RNAV, but you would on this?
I have no idea. It's just the way, something about the angle of intercept or something like that, the way that the approach was designed didn't meet some design criteria for the approach, right?
Okay. Gotcha.
And therefore, you're required to make a procedure turn.
Okay. All right, so we got our cruise checklist out of the way. Let's go and we get our approach built. Let's go ahead and brief it quick. We got 5 miles to Pottstown. So we're doing the ILS into runway 36 at Reading. We've got that up here, so we're good there. We're going to be coming in the initial approach fix at Hummel. We need to be at or above 2700 at Hummel. We are going to do the procedure turn, so we'll be doing a parallel entry. Once we get established inbound back at Hummel, then we can descend down to 1900 for Shiroka, intercept the ILS, and then take that down to the ground. Our minimums are going to be 593. I'll go ahead and set those here. We'll do 600. And the missed approach on this one is going to be climbing straight ahead to 3000 and then heading direct to the Ray VOR via the 1114, heading to Dummer on the 1114 radial out of the Ray VOR and hold. Our MSA to the south is 3000, to the north is 3600, and once again our minimums are 593 for this approach. All right.
Good deal.
We're 2 miles from Pottstown, so we'll be doing a turn here in a second. A few seconds. Engines look pretty good. For some reason I'm not showing up on my chart today, but that's all right. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put us in
Reading approach, good evening, Cirrus 205, Echo Charlie.
Cirrus 205 Echo Charlie, Reading approach, reading altimeter 3006, say position and altitude.
Cirrus 205 Echo Charlie's overhead, the Pottstown VOR 3000 feet. Request practice ILS runway 36 from Hummel, we're an SR20. Cirrus 205 Echo Charlie, proceed direct Hummel.
Proceed to direct Hummel.
Echo Charlie, and continue toward Hummel. You're still outside my airspace. Expected code in about 5 miles.
Roger, 5 Echo Charlie. Direct Hummel, right? Not activate leg.
Oh, okay.
Right, so you got to do direct.
Wondering why it wasn't quite doing what I thought it should be doing.
There we go.
Yeah, because I guess we're not on a leg.
Correct.
Reading approach, Bonanza 62 Bravo Sierra 3500 for 5000.
Bonanza 62 Bravo Sierra, Reading approach, altimeter 3006.
3006 to Bravo Sierra.
And for the procedure turn, remind me, would we do that? We would do that on GPS, right? Or would we do it using the localizer?
You can do either. Yeah, you can do either. It's probably not a bad idea to use the localizer, though.
Yeah.
What kind of entry is this going to be?
We're going to do a parallel entry. We're going to get to Hummel. We're going to do a left turn.
Yep.
To 184. Fly for a minute, and then we'll come back in. Yeah. About 34.
Good.
Cirrus 5 Echo Charlie, squawk 0147.
0147, 5 Echo Charlie.
All right, we're 12 miles out from Hummel. So we might as well go ahead and get some of our checklists out of the way. Our altimeter was set, cabin pressure's on, we're going to get our landing light on. Fuel system, we're good for this one. Mixture is as required, brake pressure as required. We'll maybe wait to do this one until we kind of get in the procedure turn. So, let's see here, it'll switch over, but I've got to be in approach mode for it to switch over, right?
Nope.
It'll automatically switch.
Well, yeah, it should theoretically.
Charlie, radar contact 7 miles west of Pottstown VOR. Continue present heading. Maintain VFR at 3,000. Expect vectors for the ILS runway 36 final approach course. How will this approach terminate?
All right, we'll provide the present heading. After this one, we'll request an ILS 13 if able. And on this particular approach, if we could go direct Hummel and do the procedure turn, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Cirrus 5 Echo Charlie, roger. Proceed direct Hummel and report Hummel inbound.
Direct Hummel for Hummel inbound. 5 Echo Charlie, thank you.
So given that she's told us to maintain 3,000, we're not going to descend down to 2,700 until she tells us or clears us for the approach.
Until you're clear for the approach. Yep. Very good. Yep. I'm like sitting wedged, because like the sun is perfectly in a position where
5 Echo Charlie, traffic 11 o'clock and 6 miles eastbound is a Skyhawk 3,500.
Searching for traffic, 5 Echo Charlie.
Skyhawk 5 Lima Papa, traffic 11 o'clock and 5.5 miles westbound is a Cirrus at 3,000. Skyhawk 215 Lima Papa, reading approach. Did you copy?
5 Lima Papa did not copy. Please repeat.
Skyhawk 5 Lima Papa, traffic 11 o'clock, 4 miles westbound, a Cirrus at 3,000.
Roger that, scanning for traffic, 215 Lima Papa.
Cirrus 5 Echo Charlie, traffic's now at your 10 o'clock and 2 miles.
10 o'clock, 2 miles out, 215 Lima Papa. I'll keep an eye out for traffic.
Yeah, 5 Echo Charlie's looking.
At your 9 to 10 o'clock and 2 miles.
Scanning for traffic, 215 Lima Papa. Traffic at site 215 Lima Papa.
Skyhawk 5 Lima Papa, roger. Contact Philadelphia approach 123.8 today.
Vertical track.
Where the hell is this guy? I literally really didn't see him
123.8, contact Philly.
at any point.
Number 2
Did I see this guy?
Cirrus 5 Echo Charlie, traffic no factor.
Roger.
All right, we're 3.5 from Hummel. We're going to expect a right turn. We'll let the GPS do what it's going to do. Curious to see if it'll do any switching. We'll learn as we go.
Yeah.
Cirrus 5 Echo Charlie. Your climb out instructions will be fly runway heading, maintain 3000, and verify information X-ray.
We have X-ray, climb out, runway heading, 3000, 5 Echo Charlie.
All right, revised just approach instructions, fly direct to runway heading up to 3000. All right, we're going to expect a turn here in a few seconds. All right, start our timer, get our turn going, get our heading bug set. 184 as well. Throttle, we're going to bring that back here to about 60. Just slow down a little bit, 65, we'll see where that takes us. We're not changing altitude, so we'll leave that alone. Nothing to tune quite yet. And nothing to talk.
Reading approach. Good evening, Mooney 6816 uniform, 4500.
Mooney 6816 uniform, Reading approach. Good evening. Reading altimeter 3005.
3005, Mooney 6816 uniform.
Light and balmy 5-knot tailwind. If I wasn't letting the autopilot fly this, I guess I would fly outbound for a minute.
Correct.
And
Is that
a minute from, remind me, a minute from wings level or a minute from entering the turn?
Just a minute from hitting the point, yep.
Okay. So it's
Cirrus 205 Echo Charlie, maintain 3000 until crossing Hummel inbound, cleared ILS runway with 36 approach.
All right, maintain 3000 until crossing Hummel. Cleared for the ILS 36 approach, report Hummel inbound. 5 Echo Charlie. All right, so if we're cleared for the approach, we could go into approach mode.
Very good.
Bonanza 2 Bravo Sierra, contact Allentown approach 124.45.
And then we probably
12445, good night, 2 Bravo Sierra.
Go ahead and do this. We're going to need to be over here somewhere. And at some point I'm going to have to switch it back to, switch it over to the CDI, to the VOR, or to the localizer. Again, I'm curious if it's going to do it itself, and when.
It's probably going to do it crossing Hummel.
My guess. Okay, so we're a little above about 105 knots. That's perfect for getting our flaps down and getting cleaned up when we want to start downwards. Following the heading bug. Go ahead and do our before landing, so seatbelts are secure. We'll get our fuel pump on. Get our mixture full rich. Flaps are required. Autopilot is required for now. All right, we're 1.7 from Hummel. So if I wanted to, if I just switch CDI now, it should have...
It would kick you out of GPS, unfortunately.
Yeah, and we wouldn't know for sure where that's really set. So it would be better to go to heading mode if I wanted to switch, then switch
correct
CDI to make sure I'm good.
Yeah, theoretically though, I've never had the CDI be misaligned.
Okay.
The green CDI, I've never had that misaligned before.
Okay, we're about a half a mile from Hummel. Let's go ahead and switch. All right, we're on localizer. All right, we would report Hummel inbound. 205 Echo, Reading approach, 205 Echo Charlie, Hummel inbound.
Reading approach, 205 Echo Charlie, Hummel inbound.
Cirrus 5 Echo Charlie, cleared ILS, runway 36 approach.
Cleared ILS, runway 36 approach, 5 Echo Charlie, thanks.
All right, we're cleared for the approach, so we're kind of waiting for the glide slope to come in.
And if we weren't waiting for the glide slope, what altitude would we go to?
2,700. Or
Sure
1,900. 1,900.
All right, why don't we go down to 1900 then?
Set it for 1,900 or actually.
Yeah, we can actually go down. We'll fly all the step downs just to get you used to interacting with the thing.
Okay.
As much as possible.
A leisurely 500 foot per minute down. 1,900.
Cirrus 5 Echo Charlie, contact tower 119.9er.
19.9 for tower, thanks, 5 Echo Charlie.
Okay, the glide slope is
Reading
active.
tower, good evening. Cirrus 205 Echo Charlie, ILS 36.
3.4 from Stroka.
205 Echo Charlie, Reading tower, continue inbound, port a 2-mile final.
Port a 2-mile final, 5 Echo Charlie.
Close down a little bit here.
And generally a 500 foot per minute descent to maintain 100 knots is 20% power. 95% of the time.
I don't have my flaps in yet, so. Or without flaps, that's what it'll get us?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, our glide slope is coming in, so we're going to go ahead and do our trailing edge and our throttle. So I got to get us, I go back to altitude mode, right, to have it track.
Nope.
Approach mode should be tracking our...
It will stop at 1900 until it intercepts the glide slope as it's done there.
Okay.
Automatically, right? Because at that point you're just in vertical speed. Same as using vertical speed in a normal descent.
Okay. So we're tracking inbound here. We've got the localizer centered. We're on the glide slope. We need a little bit more power for 100 knots. And field elevation here, or touchdown is 343, so we're looking for 1,300 in our first call out.
Altitude.
Go ahead and set this back up to 3,000 because that'll be our missed approach. Alright, we're looking good on the glide slope and the localizer. A little fast on the speed, so let's try to find a power setting and leave it. Alright, we're 1,000 above, stable. 3.2 from the runway. We're on localizer, we're on glide slope. Holding 100 knots. 2 mile final, 2.2.
Tower 5 Echo Charlie, 2 mile final.
5 Echo Charlie, wind calm, 36 clear for the option.
Runway 36 clear for the option, 5 Echo Charlie.
Alright, holding the glide slope, holding the localizer, 200 above minimums, no airport in sight.
I will go around at minimums.
Above minimums, no airport in sight. Minimums, no airport in sight.
Minimums.
Power up. Flaps up. Peak up. Reading approach. 205 Echo Charlie going missed.
Tower 205 Echo Charlie going missed.
Roger.
All right. Looking good on the climb out here. A little bit faster.
100 is fine. If your temps are good, you can climb at 100 just to get up and out. That's fine.
Better to get up and to our altitude.
Yeah. Take forever.
5 Echo Charlie, counting departure.
Departure 5 Echo Charlie. Departure's 205 Echo Charlie, runway heading up to 3000.
November 8 Romeo X-ray radar contact, 16 miles west of Reading Airport, altimeter 3005.
3005, thank you. 8 Romeo X-ray.
Cirrus 205 Echo Charlie, Reading departure, radar contact, and just want to verify you're looking for the ILS runway 13 approach.
Okay, firm vectors would be appreciated, 5 Echo Charlie.
Cirrus 5 Echo Charlie, roger, maintain VFR at 3000, and fly heading 350 vectors ILS runway 13 final approach course. How will this approach terminate?
All right, 350 on the heading up to 3000 and standby 1, 5 Echo Charlie.
To outlet. And I guess we only have one option, that's activate.
Correct.
Activate approach.
And then what can you activate? What leg would you activate here?
Well, we wouldn't have activate a leg yet because she gave us a heading.
Correct, but since you're getting vectors for the approach, right, what leg would you activate? Take a gander at the approach. Where is it most likely for you to intercept?
Well, it's going to be this leg here. Probably
somewhere between outlet and brag, right?
Yep.
So you're going to activate the leg to brag.
Brag, okay, gotcha. So we'll do activate leg here.
There you go.
Activate.
Yeah, good.
Okay, good. All right, so we've got the approach built. Let's see here. We want ILS 13. So let's brief that. So we're going to be doing the ILS 13 approach into Reading. We've got Reading in here. We're getting vectored for the final, but we're going to likely be between outlet and brag, so we've got that set. Once we get to brag, we're going to be, well, if we're between outlet and brag, we'll be down to 2900 at or above 2900, and then between brag and pagoda, we can descend down to 2100, and then we'll be intercepting the glide slope around pagoda. Our minimums on this are 544.
Reading 5 Echo Charlie. After this, going to request vectors ILS 36.
Cirrus 5 Echo Charlie, roger. Cirrus 5 Echo Charlie, your climb out instructions will remain the same. Runway heading at 3000.
Runway heading 3000 on the climb out 5 Echo Charlie. Thank you.
Okay.
216 uniform.
We've got our
VFR at 2,000.
cruise altitude, so we'll do a quick check. I'm going to go ahead and switch tanks.
2,500.
Leave the fuel pump on for just a second. We'll bring the power back to 75.
Cirrus 5 Echo Charlie, turn left heading 310.
Left heading 310, 5 Echo Charlie.
We'll give it just a little bit of a lean. All right, get our fuel pump off now. We'll do our checklist. Fuel pump off, cruise power set, mixture is leaned, parameters look good. Fuel flow, we just switched tanks. Since we're going to be just into a descent, we'll do that. Cabin heat is required, landing light back on. Fuel system, we just checked. Mixtures, add required. Brake pressure, we'll check that. Okay.
16 uniform, verify you have information Yankee at Reading.
We've got the minimums. We set those to 5.6, 550. Minimums are 544. Missed approach on this, they gave us a revised missed approach. Would be kind straight ahead to 3,000.
Changes, wind variable at 3, altimeter is 3005.
And then,
Thank you, 216 uniform.
I guess it would be direct to back to outlet.
216 uniform, turn left heading 09.
She gave us a revised heading. It was just directed to 3,000 with vectors, right?
Runway heading to 3000, yeah.
And then she would vector us. Okay, and then lastly, our MSA north of the field is 3600. So we'll follow very closely what she tells us.
Is that north of the field?
North of the, that's a good question. Is it north of the field?
Echo Charlie, expect a short delay. I'll give you a short delay vector for traffic departing runway 31.
Yeah, no problem, 5 Echo Charlie, thanks.
So it's north of the East Texas VOR.
Exactly. So pretty much everywhere where we're operating right now is what?
3,000. South of East Texas is 3,000. Yep. Yeah. And once again, our minimums are 544.
There's departure off 3-1 right now, so we're going to have to drive out a little ways.
Okay. So, we haven't really talked about this, but suspend.
Suspend means that since you've crossed the waypoint, right, it's not going to keep cycling. So it's held there until you intercept, basically.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Suspend is also an important thing to recognize on the missed approach. When you press the toga button, you still have the autopilot engaged. If that suspend key is still lit up, then it's not going to continue advancing the approach through the missed approach, which can be a problem.
Okay. So since we're getting vectored, we could just go ahead and get the CDI in here.
2160.
If you wanted to, certainly.
Focus, turn left heading 030, maintain 2,500 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 36 approach.
Left 030, maintain 2,500 until established, clear ILS runway 36 approach, 216 uniform.
All right, engine looks good. We're out here buzzing around. Zerby's fun. Have you ever been up to Zerby?
I have, once last summer. Yeah, it's a cool little airport.
Yeah, it kind of sits on a hill. You take off and it just drops away.
Yep.
Cirrus 5 Echo Charlie, turn left heading 220.
220 on the heading 5 Echo Charlie. I figure we'll do the ILS to 36 and then just go straight back to wings and not do the RNAV in. We'll just land.
Okay.
Because I think unless you're feeling like you want to do more with the RNAVs, but you seem to be handling the precision stuff just fine. So.
Yeah, I mean it probably doesn't hurt to get an extra one in, to be honest with you.
All right.
So we need to do the do 6 if that's closer to us. The more, I'd rather fly more than less.
Certainly.
And the sun seems way too high and bright for us to be going back yet.
Yeah, right. Because we do this one, we do 3.6, and then we'd go back, is what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
Usually we do about 1.6, 1.7, and that would give us like about 1.6 or 1.7.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And the reason why I was saying is I don't know if you need to do another precision autopilot approach to 6 or 2.4 at wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, they will probably be fine.
16 uniform, contact tower, 119.9er.
Probably be fine once we...
yeah, we'll do the 3.6 and we'll just go straight back.
16 uniform.
So I want you to try and pick out the information from the approach clearance she's about to give me. Alright, so try and think about that stuff. And if you were doing the radios, right, how would you respond?
It's assuming she doesn't forget about us out here.
Right.
Cirrus 5 Echo Charlie, 6 miles from Pagoda, turn left heading 160, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS, runway 13 approach.
Turn left heading 160, maintain 3000 until established. Good ILS, runway 13 approach, 5 Echo Charlie.
Yep, turn left to heading 160, maintain 3000 until established, cleared for the ILS 13 approach.
Yeah, good.
5 Echo Charlie. I'm starting, I'm doing better at...
Foxtrot Victor is with you 3,500 about 8
we're cleared for the approach.
Maneuvering in the area.
The CDI is active, so we can go ahead and get into approach mode.
Altimeter 3006.
0601 Foxtrot Victor.
And now what altitude can you be
Romeo
at?
X-ray, contact Philadelphia approach.
Once we cross outlet,
123.8.
I guess we can go down to 2900.
You're good?
We'll go ahead and power back a little bit, keep our speed under control. About 55 without flaps. It'll be a short distance down, 2900. 2.7 from Bragg.
Right, and you set 2900, but remember, if you're going to do something, do it all at once, right? So you set 2900, but we're still at 3000, right? So you actually have to turn vertical speed on. There you go.
November 7 Foxtrot Victor, roger.
Probably going to need a bit more than...
Yeah, you're only
we don't have very far to go, do we?
You're only going to go to 2900. And you still got $1.50.
All right, we're 2900. And once we get to...
November 7 Foxtrot Victor, maintain VFR
Bragg.
at 3000 for now. Traffic is 3 miles southeast of your position, southwestbound at 2500.
Okay, remaining at 3,000 feet or above Area 1 Foxtrot Victor, leave the traffic.
So on this approach, there's a high chance that you'll intercept the glide slope with the autopilot at Bragg. That's fine. Just let the autopilot fly it. That's okay.
Cirrus 5 Echo Charlie, contact tower 119.9er.
Over to tower 5 Echo Charlie, thanks.
KLOM, runway 36, clear for the option.
36, clear for the option, windy 16 uniform.
Okay.
Tower
Autopilot
Cirrus
has...
205 Echo Charlie, Bragg, inbound ILS 13.
Cirrus 205 Echo Charlie, Reading Tower, port 2 mile, final runway 13.
Port 2 mile, final to 13, 5 Echo Charlie.
Okay, we captured
the
glide slope, we got our trailing edge, we got our throttle, we got nothing to tune.
Then is filed, maintain 4000, expect flight level 200, 10 minutes after
And we
departure.
talked inbound,
Departure
reported inbound.
125.15, squawk
Go ahead and set my
1735.
plug to 3000 because that's the next altitude that we're concerned about. Touchdown zone on this side is 344, so we're looking for 1344 for our first call.
Flight plus 825, read back correct. Are you ready to taxi?
All right, we're holding the glide slope, we're holding the localizer.
If you stand by for a few seconds, I can see if I can get your runway 13
100
and verify
knots.
your Yankee.
Pagoda is our final approach fix, and that's at 0.8 miles. So we'll start our timer once we get there.
All right, you're going to do the radios after the go around.
Uh-oh.
This is too easy.
All right, we'll give it a shot.
825, runway 13, taxi via Charlie, hold short of runway 13.
All right, crossing the final approach fix. We'll go ahead and get our timer started. We're on the glide slope, we're on the localizer. Touch more power, get us up to 100.
Southwest 825, cross runway 36 at Charlie. Correction, cross runway 13 at Charlie. Continue via Charlie Bravo.
Probably not a good idea to do that on short final. Come to think of it.
You still got 4 miles.
Touch of power, all right, we're 1,000 above, it's stable.
6 uniform, continue runway heading.
Continue runway heading, Mooney 16 uniform.
November 16 uniform, traffic is a Cirrus off to your left, 2 miles at 1,100.
Looking for traffic, Mooney 16 uniform.
Surprised it takes so much power to
Charlie, 2 miles.
November 5 Echo Charlie, 1 calm, runway 13, clear for the option.
13 clear for the option, 5 Echo Charlie.
Surprised it's taking so much power to keep 100 knots.
I'm sorry?
Surprised it's taking 35% power to get 100 knots.
Well, you got all these flaps in. It's warm. It happens.
Yeah.
Hold short, flight question 25.
All right. All right, we've got 200 above minimums, no airport in sight.
Very good. Liking call outs.
November 16 uniform, traffic no factor. You can turn left on course and contact departure 125.15. Good day.
We've got 100 above minimums, no airport in sight.
Report to 125.15, Mooney 16.
You want me to call missed as we go by?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can make the missed call. That's
right.
just 5 Echo Charlie missed.
Minimums.
Minimums. Minimums.
Power up, pitch up, flaps up, and talk up. Rating tower 205 Echo Charlie going missed.
Number 5 Echo Charlie, roger.
So, we'll go ahead and get heading mode on, and we'll do indicated airspeed. That's 100 knots. Get the heck back up into the clouds.
Yep. All those clouds.
I can't see a thing. It's just foggy outside.
No kidding.
I don't know how I missed turning that on.
This is guard 73281, 7.5 to the northwest, inbound for low approach 13.
November 5 Echo Charlie, contact departure. Good day.
Going to departure 205 Echo Charlie.
Sorry about that.
72281, ready.
Reflex. Reflex.
Reading departure 205 Echo Charlie, 1500 for 3000.
And runway heading as well.
205 Echo Charlie, ring departure radar contact. You want to do another ILS 36 approach?
Affirmative, 205 Echo Charlie.
Number 5 Echo Charlie, roger. Continue runway heading, vector straight ILS runway 36, final approach, first ILS approach, terminate.
Will be.
Maintain runway heading up to 3,000. Vectors for the ILS 36. This will be a low approach, and then we'll be direct back to wings.
Roger.
Something like that.
Something like that. Something.
Alright. We're above the fancy towers that are immediately below us, according to the synthetic vision.
Indeed.
Now we're past those, we'll give ourselves a little bit more speed to help the cooling. And let's see, I did
Right departure, lap quest 825,
okay.
1,000, climbing 4,000, right turn direct Lancaster.
Lap quest 825, ring departure radar contact.
Alright, well, we'll do Hummel for now. Okay, got the approach loaded. Let's get it briefed. Runway 36. So we're going to be doing
Number, 71 Charlie, turn left,
doing the ILS approach 36 into Reading. We're getting vectors to the vectors back into the final approach course. Once we get there, if we're outside of Hummel, we should be at or above 2,700. Once we passed Hummel, between Hummel and Soroka, we can step down to 1,900. Should expect to intercept the ILS around Soroka, our final approach fix, and then we'll take that down to minimums, which is 593. So I'll reset my minimums here.
He is just taking us way the hell out here, dude. Come on, man. I guess he wants 5 miles.
Yeah.
Bummer.
And the MSA on this side is 3,000. Once again, minimums are 593.
He made a call to you.
Remember, 205 Echo Charlie, turn right heading 180.
Right 180, 5 Echo Charlie.
Number 71 Charlie, turn right direct East Texas.
Direct East Texas, 71 Charlie.
Lap quest 825, contact Harrisburg.
Busy talking to myself.
Yeah.
645, 821.
Sometimes when I do the briefing, I turn the radio up a little bit.
Climb reading person answer, say again.
Running approach air 1 Fox Charlie, Cam 345 calling.
Sorry, can you say again your call sounds slower?
Aero 17 Fox traffic.
An air traffic controller asking to go slower. Say it can't be.
Aero 17 Fox traffic.
Alright, fuel pumps off, cruise is set, mixture, blah blah blah. Engine parameters still look good, fuel flow still good there. And then we'll go ahead and do our descent, because that will be next. Altimeter set. Cabin heat is good, landing light back on. Mixture is required. Forget to do that one. Alright, and once again, since we're getting vectors, I'm going to switch over to localizer mode. That's what we're ultimately going to intercept and track.
I'm going to jump in the box here. Thank you.
Yeah, I dare say I do much better at these with the autopilot. Or at least I did much better than I did when I was hand flying them.
It's helpful.
And I suspect it's a combination of I'm just getting more used to the thing.
Correct. Well, eventually we're going to go back to, because all your partial panel stuff is going to be hand flown, and boy, is that going to be fun.
Oh.
always interesting for the flight instructors to do the partial panel stuff.
Ready departure, this is Dark Copter 72281, right turn out after the low approach at 13, climbing it at 2000.
Dark Copter 72281, ready departure, radar contact, proceed on course.
281, roger, we'll proceed on course.
Get us back in anytime soon?
Yeah, he's got to take us outside Hummel.
No.
November 5 Echo Charlie, turn right, heading 270, descend maintain 2,500.
Right to 270, down to 2,700, 5 Echo Charlie.
November 5 Echo Charlie, 2,500.
2,500, 5 Echo Charlie.
November 16 uniform, no traffic observed between you and Smoketown Airport this time. Radar service terminated. Remain present, squad code till you're on the ground. Free exchange approved.
Keep the squad code. Frequency change approved. Mooney 6816 uniform. Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Now that I'm driving to Oshkosh, I'm like, so flying would have been a blast. I'm really bummed we're not, but it's so relieving because I have this humongous car and I can put whatever I want in it.
That's right.
And have access to it.
I wonder if I'm going to need that extra blanket. No, fuck, throw it in. Yeah.
The car will tow 9,000 pounds, so I mean, they probably don't have 9,000 pounds of stuff to put in it. So,
well, I'm not a prepper, but I believe in being somewhat prepared, right? So I've got some go bags, and anytime, like when we drove to Maine, I threw them in the back. I'm like, why not, right? Who knows?
Yeah.
Might need my go bag. My wife has always given me shit about it.
Yeah.
Why are you bringing that stuff? Because we got a car, we got plenty of room. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you'll be happy when we're camped out on the side of the road and we have something to eat, even though it might be an MRE. All right, we're level at 2,500.
Eventually he's going to turn us in. That will be nice when that happens.
Yeah.
At a certain point here, Do 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 do. One more of these and then we'll move on to the fun stuff.
All right.
Cross country.
November 5 Echo Charlie, turn right, heading 330, join localizer tracking inbound.
Right to 330, join the localizer tracking inbound, 5 Echo Charlie. He has not yet cleared us for the approach, though.
Yeah, so how are you going to deal with that?
My guess is once I cross Hummel, I'll probably ask him.
Yeah, or how are you going to capture the localizer? Just go to nav mode. Just go to nav. Go to nav mode. Yeah, just go to nav mode.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So we'll fly the heading until it captures it, then it'll flip it over.
Yeah, exactly the same as in altitude or using the GPS or anything else.
And so we would have expected him to clear us for the approach.
Generally, yeah, you'd expect a clearance in that scenario, but that's saying what we got. We got a different thing. Oh crap! You know what I just realized? I'm leaving at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, and that means I'm going to hit Pittsburgh rush hour traffic.
Fun.
Oh, you know what? No, that's not a problem. The turnpike is like 20, 30 miles south of Pitt. That's fine. He'll give you a clearance. I wouldn't worry about it.
Don't try to preempt him. I guess at what point? I guess if we get to the final approach.
If they get you, well, no. If the glide slope, if you are imminent to capture the glide slope.
Charge clear, ILS runway 36 approach.
There you go. Cleared for the ILS 36 approach, 5 Echo Charlie.
Yeah, if the glide slope capture is imminent, then.
All right, so we've passed Hummel, so we can go down to 1900. So we'll go ahead and get that started. Vertical speed.
Guard 281 is Papa Lancaster.
tad bit, keep the speed under control. 55. All right, we are tracking the localizer. The glide slope is active.
Go ahead and cut your nav lights on just as the sun's about to go down so we don't forget.
All right, we're 3.4 from Sroka, which is our final approach fix.
Number 5 Echo Charlie, contact tower.
Going to tower, 5 Echo Charlie.
Starcopter 281.
Reading tower, 5 Echo Charlie. With you on the ILS 36.
Cirrus 205 Echo Charlie, Reading tower, WinCom, runway 36, clear for the option.
Clear for the option to 36, 5 Echo Charlie. We've captured 1900. We'll level off here until we intercept the glide slope.
And so what you might want to do is just don't even add that extra power in that you just put in, right? Because you're going to capture the glide slope somewhat soon, and this way you're just slowly losing that speed, right? So set like 50% power. Yep, so this way you're like slowly losing that speed, and then once you capture, you'll probably start going down.
Yep.
Everything will be good.
Make sure to do this. Seatbelts fastened.
Make
fuel
sure that's
pump
done,
back on. Mixture's full. Flaps are set for now. We're going to reset them here in a second. Should have done that just slightly before where we're at.
So what's up with your GPS? Something doesn't look right, does it?
No.
Yeah, so why don't we fix that problem?
All right, first we intercept the glide slope, trailing edge, throttle. We knew that it took about 35 before.
Yeah, so let's get that GPS fixed pretty quick though, because that's the only way we're going to identify Sroka. So activate this. Activate the Sroka leg.
Altitude.
Press clear. Or that.
Activate that leg. Activate. Okay, that's right, because we were before Sroka.
And we're getting further away from it anyway, so.
All right, we're final approach fix inbound. Touchdown zone 343, so 1343 or 1340.
Good.
First call out.
Good.
We're tracking the glide slope. We're tracking the localizer. 100 knots.
Tower 5 Echo Charlie. Could we get the lights for 36?
5 Echo Charlie, affirmative.
Thank you.
All right, 1,000 above, stabilized. Stable.
Cirrus 5 Echo Charlie, after this approach, were you looking to go to wings?
Stay firm, yeah, 5 Echo Charlie.
Cirrus 5 Echo Charlie, roger.
I'm going to duct tape your hands down now. Not let you touch the radio.
Oh, I just wanted to tell her the lights, so I figured I'd just respond anyway.
Yeah, no problem.
Cirrus 5 Echo Charlie, are the lights on high enough for you? I can turn them up if you need them.
Yeah, that's great, thanks. 5 Echo Charlie, they look good.
I don't know, I can't see them, so. All right, we're looking for 800 here. We're on the glide slope, on the localizer. Speed looks good. All right, 200 above minimums, no airport in sight. On the glide slope, on the localizer, 100 knots. Above minimums, no airport. On the glide slope, on the localizer, 100 knots. Minimums, no airport.
Minimums.
Going around.
Minimums.
Reading tower, 205 Echo Charlie, going missed.
Cirrus 5 Echo Charlie, roger.
And remember that bit comes last, right?
Yep. I caught that in my head.
Yeah, good. Good.
Throttle up, pitch up, flaps up, torque up.
Power up, pitch up, flaps up, speak up. Get all that rudder in there. Don't get lazy just because the autopilot's flying.
Cirrus 5 Echo Charlie can turn right on course and contact departure. Have a good night.
Right on course, contact departure, 5 Echo Charlie.
You guys have a good one.
Ready departure, 205 Echo Charlie, 1400 or 1500 for 3000.
From 205 Echo Charlie, reading departure radar, contact, proceed on course.
Proceed on course, 5 Echo Charlie.
So don't forget that heading component, right? So the last one, right, was runway heading is what we needed to tell them, and this one is on course. Would be the appropriate part.
So really, we should always be doing altitude, leaving to, and heading.
Yep. Like whatever lateral guidance, right? Some sort of lateral orientation.
Yep. And I guess we're probably not going to go all the way to 3000.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's whatever. We get there. We're just going direct to the field, so.
Okay. That gives us a little bit more speed. We'll do that 105 knots. There's no reason to cook the overworked engine already.
Running approach, car 840, level 2100.
Aircraft 840.
All right, we'll do our climb, flow, fuel on, everything's full, flaps are up, landing light.
3006, guard 840, single H60 en route, Kilo Mike Uniform India.
Roger, thank you.
So you really got to fly the right rudder the whole time, even with the autopilot on. Absolutely have to.
I think I need to just duct tape my feet to the rudder pedals.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I just get so complacent of wanting to take my feet off.
Yeah. And once you're in cruise, you don't really need any at all. In fact, sometimes you may even need a touch of left rudder, but usually at this phase when I'm sitting closer than I'm sitting now, when I'm not in Barca Lounger mode, just like kind of resting my foot firmly against it, not really having to exert all that much force, usually takes care of the problem. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, all I have to do is really kind of rest my foot on it.
That's not bad.
It's holding it fine. All right, we're coming up on 3000.
Now you're showing up.
Yeah, I don't know if I just wasn't looking in the right place or what.
Oh, that's weird.
Okay, so we've captured 3000 here. We've leveled it off. Starting to gain a little speed, so we'll leave it on that tank for now. We can get our fuel pump off. Get our power back to a cruise-ish setting.
Like 75 is fine. Well, we can actually do a real cruise because we're just getting back now, so you can. I've showed you how to do the high-speed cruise before, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Learning. All right, so we go from full power basically.
Yeah.
And what we're going to watch for is, right, the governor's going to level out at 2,500 RPM.
Uh-huh.
And so what we're going to do is we're going to start by bringing the RPM back until the manifold pressure breaks, right? See how slowly I'm doing that?
Yeah.
And now we're basically just watching the manifold pressure, and as soon as that breaks, we're going to stop.
Okay. That's basically the maximum power at high pitch.
Exactly. The lowest pitch, right, or the highest pitch, yes, for that power setting. We're still coming back. We're still coming back. We're still coming back. And there it is. See how it broke?
Yep.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back forward until the RPM starts increasing. And there it is, right? And then I just bring that back just another little teeny bit. Because to get that manifold pressure brake, you have to take a little power out. So we want to put it back in.
Okay.
Make sense?
And then you would lean it from there if you wanted to?
Yep, so about 12. So take your fuel pump off. Right,
contact, Philadelphia approach 123.8.
23.8, 5 Echo Charlie, thanks for your help.
And then you could probably just set like 12-ish gallons an hour.
Philadelphia approach, Cirrus 205 Echo Charlie at 3,000.
Breakout 4452, radar contact, climb and maintain 12,000. Number 205 Echo Charlie, altimeter 3006. And just give me that aircraft type again and your destination, please.
Our Cirrus SR20, and we're headed direct to Wings, KLOM, 5 Echo Charlie.
And I'm sorry, you're going where again?
We're going to Wings Field.
Okay, thanks, 5 Echo Charlie, maintain VFR on course.
VFR on course, 5 Echo Charlie.
Breakout 4452, turn left, direct Medina.
So just 12 gallons, right? Unless you really want to do lean of peak.
No, I was looking at the wrong thing, sorry.
Yeah, so.
But I knew we were gone too far when the engine started cutting now. Okay, so we've done that. We'll just set our cruise power, we set our mixture, we'll watch everything and mosey along. Alright, we're on course to Wings, 12 gallons an hour, 3,000. And we're getting a whopping 123 knots. For some reason I was thinking this airplane was faster than that.
Should be, but it's down on power.
Yeah. I guess, so 47 Tango Pop, you can get, what, 135 out of it?
Yeah, it's a really light airplane. With the wheel pants, too. It's very light. Doesn't have air conditioning, small screens. Pure avionics.
So it's got the perspective, but it's got smaller screens?
Yeah, it has the 8-inch screens, yeah. They don't touch. Right, these touch, basically. The entire unit of the smaller screen is the same size as the screen of the bigger unit.
Gotcha. I've flown that a number of times, I just don't remember the difference. I guess probably because I didn't fly these two airplanes
interchangeably
a whole lot.
Yeah.
It was either that or I would jump in a 22.
So be careful about this, right? Because when you get within a few miles of Wings, it's going to switch you over to Pottstown. So I highly recommend when you do, don't do it in there, go just direct enter, because that will take it outside of this particular flight plan. Yeah, not that one, like you got to type it in. But now that you're in it, there's no way around it. So at this point, you just have to delete the rest of the flight plan to get it to keep from sequencing. Does that make sense?
Can you just delete the entire flight plan?
Yeah, but then it's going to knock Wings out entirely. So you could go heading mode.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. Yeah,
you could do heading mode if you wanted, or you could just delete these three things, right? So you could delete Pottstown, clear. Just press clear.
Oh, just clear.
Yep, clear.
Oh, okay.
Delete Reading.
Clear.
And delete the approach, just like that.
Oh, okay. That'll delete everything. Gotcha. Yep. Okay. All right. My guess is he's going to come back and ask us if we have the field in sight, which of course I am not going to have, so.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just cancel us out when we're like 10 miles out.
800 feet MSL for turbine aircraft. On final approach to runway 24, do not overfly the school located right of the extended center line. Caution birds and wildlife on or in the vicinity of the airport.
Number 5 Echo Charlie, traffic 2 o'clock and 2 miles east on, as indicates 1,500 in the pattern at KRDG.
Philadelphia.
Inside 5 Echo Charlie.
Zulu, weather, wind, calm, visibility 10, clear, below 12,000, temperature 19 Celsius, dew point 15, altimeter 3008.
Pattern altitude is 1,500.
for departure radar contact, climb maintain 10,000.
So you can turn the brightness all the way up, and that will not actually dim the screens all that much. That's usually what I do during the kind of dusk dawn times.
Okay.
I still have my sunglasses on. I almost had a repeat of that one flight. Flew into one that was completely dark, and I had my sunglasses on.
Why is it so dark in here?
Why is it so? Why can't I see the lights? Why are the lights so dim? You're probably thinking, everyone's thinking I'm crazy because I'm saying it on the frequency. The lights are freaking dim. What's going on?
1889, turn left heading 330.
All right, so we could probably start a descent too. We're up here at 3,000, right? So we want to get down.
Is that for 5 Echo Charlie?
Yes, sir. Where are you headed?
We're going to wings, 5 Echo Charlie.
Roger. Advise it in sight.
And 5 Echo Charlie, yeah, well, we've got it in sight. Yeah, 5 Echo Charlie.
Yeah, I did not even hear that
Number
call.
5 Echo Charlie, no traffic observed. Squawk VFR, change to advisory approved. Good night.
Squawk VFR, change advisory, appreciate the help. 5 Echo Charlie.
1889, turn left direct Medina.
Modena.
Modena.
The guy with the deeper voice on this frequency is so funny. Cirrus 205 Echo Charlie. Radar contact. Proceed direct Modena, join Victor 16.
On the one side of the run.
And I suppose since winds are calm,
Yeah, go for 6.
Go for 6, yeah.
Let's
we
go
can
for
just
6.
do
Left entry.
Left base.
And Wingfield, just above the Juliet, taxiing from the taxiway to the upper ramp.
Wings traffic at a Cirrus 5 Echo Charlie, 10 miles to the northwest, going into the left base for runway 6 wings.
Little area traffic, got better than Cooper 10 final for sphere environment, just 5 minutes in the field.
Better set, that set. Landing light is on. Fuel system, checked it. Mixture is good. Alright, and slowing us down a little bit here. Belts are on, get our fuel pump on. Go ahead and go back to full mix. Maps are good, autopilot's good. Okay. Don't forget I have a hood on, so if you're expecting me to fly a visual approach, we either got to take it off or...
We'll take it off soon here. I just want you to get the time. Because you need that time, the hood time.
Yep, no problem. Get on that left rudder in the descent.
Just a smidge. Do-do-do-do-do. Take your hood off at 5 miles.
Okay.
The airport will be at our 12 o'clock. Pretty easily spotted.
Do you want us to go up? I think these guys are starting up here, so do you want us to pull up further?
Alright, we're leveling off at pattern altitude. Lock that power back a little bit so it don't come burning in there too quickly. Alright, we're 5 miles out. Go ahead and take these off.
Traffic Cessna 5133 Kilo, left down to runway 24. Traffic.
And wings are traffic. Cirrus 205 Echo Charlie. We're 5 to the northeast, or northwest. We're being bound for landing on runway 6. Wings.
Well, you got Golf short final 27, isn't it?
And you can go ahead and disconnect. I pretty much teach don't fly the pattern with the altitude, with the autopilot.
Right.
You got to actually do the thing because you know what?
Traffic 205 Echo Charlie, just be advised, you steer to the right of runway 6.
All right, we'll be watching as we come in. Thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and get our notch of flaps in.
Oh, there's that strip mall. Oh, there's my favorite Thai restaurant is in that strip mall. The things you see. Pho Thai Nam. We always get Pho Thai Nam on Thursdays.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Jake and I love the chicken pad Thai.
And wings area traffic, Cirrus 205 Echo Charlie, entering an extended left base for runway 6 wings.
Altitude.
Step back to 25.
Wings traffic, Cessna 5133 Kilo, on base for runway 24. Wings traffic.
What?
Cessna will slow, or Cirrus will slow it up so you can get in.
Yeah, thanks. Where the hell did he come from?
Yeah, no kidding. Alright, we're pretty high.
Hey, you're doing fine. And they're gonna have to slow it up like good.
Yeah.
They just appeared out of nowhere. Nice 30-degree bank, right? All that bank in there. You got a little bit of a tailwind.
Wings area traffic, Cirrus 205 Echo Charlie, turning final for runway 6 wings.
Well, this is going to go well. I think the Kubota's out there trying to scare the deer, and I'm concerned they're going to scare them right across the runway.
All right, short final here.
Yeah, bring the speed down. Keep moving down towards the runway. Take the power out a little bit more there, so let's come in over the numbers at 78 so that we don't eat up the entirety of the runway. Power comes to idle. Looking for the center line. Let the airplane come down a little bit more. Now big flare, yeah, not quite that much, a touch of power.
That wasn't not near as nice as the last one I did with Max.